Today we're going to be changing the engine oil in my C8 Corvette for the first time, and it has 18,000 miles. Yeah, you heard that right. This is the first time that I am personally going to be changing the engine oil. Not the first time that it's ever had the engine oil changed, obviously. It's had it changed like 2 other times from the dealership, but it will no longer ever have the engine oil changed from the dealership ever again after finding out what I found out. You see, let's take a little look up underneath the vehicle. I got my little light right here. Disregard all of this, by the way, guys. I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of other projects that y'all will see in some upcoming videos. But today we're just gonna be changing the engine oil quick and simple. Now, taking a look up under here, I'm gonna show y'all to the best of my ability. The lighting's not really all that great, but there is a bunch of residual fluid all down this car coming from where the oil filter is on the vehicle. Now, I haven't exactly gone up under there 100% yet, but either they did not clean the area whenever they did the oil change like 5,000 miles ago, or the oil filter or the drain plug is loose. Regardless, it is just unacceptable for any of those possibilities to happen. So I'll be changing the engine oil in my car from here on out. I have like 6 free oil changes at the dealership. I'm not gonna be using those. I don't care. I will 100% pay the $166 that the oil and the oil filter costed me today at the dealership just to have peace of mind over my own vehicle. At the end of the day, no one's gonna take care of your vehicle the way that you would take care of your own vehicle. So, yep, I guess we're just gonna jump right into the engine oil change. These things are pretty simple. I'm gonna show you guys today just how simple it is to actually do. Now, you're gonna need 7.5 quarts of 0W40 Mobil 1 Supercar oil and obviously a AC Delco filter. You guys can kind of see the part number right there. Super easy to find. You can go on like Paragon Performance. They already have ready-made kits of these ready to ship out to your house. Now, we do have to start the car up first and let it run and get up to a nice operating temperature to get that oil nice and hot. So we're about to do that right now, even with the bumper off. So I might trip some lights, might do some weird wonky stuff with all this because there are connectors unplugged. Yeah, just start the car, let it warm up for a little bit. Oh, this is gonna be super loud, and I am actually really dirty from work, so I'm gonna try to start it without actually getting in the vehicle. All right, we're gonna let the car just kind of idle for a little bit. I think we're supposed to let the oil temperature get to like 170 degrees. I'll just get it a little bit warm. And of course, Bruce is gonna be overseeing all of our operations today, ensuring that we put the proper amount of oil back in the vehicle and everything. He is a certified Chevrolet Corvette technician, and he is such a good little boy. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. All right, let's check temperature and see. We're at 126 on coolant temp. All right, sport mode. Oil temperature is only at 95 degrees. That's still not cold. I feel like we're gonna send it. I don't want to sit in a garage with the car just running. That's not very good for you. Now, I'm pretty sure that all we're gonna need is a little 15mm ratchet wrench and then a pair of oil filter pliers just to do everything. It looks like everything's pretty open down there. Now, obviously we have a little wash bucket to catch the oil because I don't have an oil pan to catch it in, but we're gonna work with these. Let's crawl up under this thing and see if we don't have enough room to get back here. So this little hole is where the oil filter is. That's easy enough to actually get to. Let's see if it's loose. All right, well, it's definitely not like super loose. It's not hand loose. Hand loose. Okay, I can twist it. All right, guys, so bear with me here. So obviously we already found the oil filter right here. Well, if you go back farther just a little bit, that right there is our drain plug. So it's almost in the very middle of the vehicle, kind of in a weird place, but luckily we don't have to take off any of the undershields to actually get to it. Now, I do want to point out, my oil filter has a bunch of residue around it, right? And if you look up in here, past the oil filter, it's a little bit difficult to see. That right there is where the trans filter is replaced, way back right at the tip of my light right now. That little area is the trans filter housing, and it's also leaking fluid. So, you know, I also had the dealership do that at the same time, like 7,000 miles ago. So not only do we have residual oil all down the back of the car, up under right here, we also have possibly a leaking trans filter housing. So that's wonderful. We'll deal with that later. It might be a little bit difficult to see, but I am loosening the drain plug currently. All right, we are starting to get oil flow. Oh my goodness, this is a little difficult. Oh, that's a crazy drain plug. I did not jack up the car quite enough, but as you can see, that is how long the drain plug is on a C8 Corvette. All right, so we're gonna let that oil drain for, I'm probably gonna let it drain honestly for about 20 minutes. And then in the meantime, you wanna just look over your drain plug and make sure that the seals are on it. Very important, you don't want any leaks. Trust me. All right, so a little update. It's been like 20 minutes or so since we started draining the oil. And I gave Corey from Paragon Performance a quick phone call. And he's actually next day airing me a trans filter and gasket to replace that and basically fix our leak. A huge shout out to Corey and Paragon Performance as a whole. You guys never let me down, so thank you very much. As far as the dealership goes, they did let me down, obviously. My car is leaking. But, you know, no hard feelings, guys. We're going to get it fixed. So let's finish up draining the oil. We still have to remove the filter and obviously put our drain plug back in. And then after that, we just put our new filter on, put 7.5 quarts up here into the actual reservoir, and then that's it. Engine oil filter is on its way out. Hopefully I don't drop it too terribly. I'm just going to come and put it in the bucket. Ugh. So I got the oil filter put on the car and all nice and snugged up by hand. And then we have the actual drain plug tightened. So now we're gonna come up here, right here actually. I have a really cool Paragon cap over mine, which I highly recommend getting if you like to spice up your engine bay a little bit. But the reservoir for the actual oil is just right here. So we'll just pop that off and put in 7.5 quarts. Got ourselves a little funnel right here, and in goes the oil. The final half quart going in now. That'll be good. All right, 7.5 quarts in the vehicle. We are now going to be putting our cap back on once I remove that funnel. Beautiful. Now I'm not going to start the vehicle up and check the oil level just yet because I am about to be doing some exhaust work in a separate video for you guys. But basically all you're going to do to check fluid level is start the car up, let it get up to normal operating temperature for like, 10 minutes or so. And then with the car running, you're going to pull the dipstick out that's right beside the actual fill hole. The dipstick's like right there. You'll pick it up and just make sure it's in between those two little dots on the actual dipstick itself. Super easy, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. I am getting that transmission filter next day aired from Corey. Again, huge shout out to you, dude. You're amazing. So I guess I'm gonna make a separate video actually replacing the transmission filter on this car. Hopefully it won't be all too bad. But yeah, you'll have a lot to look forward to. We have a lot going on here, as you can see, a lot of cool videos coming up, so stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.